Greetings and happy lunchtime on your Wednesday. Pete Johnson here with a little video of encouragement to the Christ of the Hills friends and family. You know, this past Sunday we lingered together in Luke chapter 9, 1 through 9. And halfway through the week I'm wondering how the Holy Spirit has perhaps brought to you a passage or a word of application that you've kind of been holding on to. I wonder if it's made any difference in what you've pondered this week. I know for me, I've been thinking a lot about, there are two parts of Jesus sending. He sent the disciples out to proclaim the good news. He also sent them out to heal. And I applied that to us and to my life as maybe there's two parts of what God is sending us to today, to share the impact that He's made in our lives, the good news of the gospel in our reality. One beggar sharing with another beggar a loaf of bread. And then the second part, healing, certainly getting engaged in somebody's need and their broken lives. You might equate that to serving in some ways. I wonder if it's easier for you to do one of those or the other, to serve or to share the difference God's making in your life. Some of us are real comfortable with words, and some of us are more comfortable kind of behind the scenes, sharing time and making an impact that way. God calls us to both. I wonder how He's stretching you to maybe include both of those in the way you live life. That's one thought to ponder. Second one was the whole idea that Jesus doesn't need you and I. He wants us. You're far too loved to be needed. He wants you to be a part of His plan when He has drawn up His plan of redemption and salvation for the world He created. At this point in history, there's a role for you to play. If He were writing a play, He'd have a part picked out just for you. Only you can play that role. I love that, don't you? Celebrate that, the uniqueness of who you are and the invitation, the compliment that God is paying you by saying, no, you are a part of this. I made you exactly how I need you and want you. The last part of that passage is a caution. Remember, Herod said that he wanted to see Jesus, but he did nothing about it. In fact, in the scriptures it tells us that his first encounter with Jesus was during the mock trial, when he would ultimately send him to death, nailed to a cross. Had no idea that he too was a part of God's plan, but not a part of God's people. His heart was sort of like the parable of the soil we read about a few weeks ago. It was hardened. If there were any seeds that were planted, Satan quickly stole them away. Caution for you and I, when God is calling you to do something. I want to be closer to Jesus. Take action. Don't ignore that. Don't say maybe tomorrow. Stop what you're doing today. Just a few moments and say, Jesus, I want to be in your presence. Holy Spirit, lead me in whatever way you're calling me. I sure appreciate being in this with you. I'm praying for each of you. Would you pray for me and would you pray for our church as we gather on Sunday? Hope to see you in the room or on Zoom. God bless you.